International Carl doing another video for you, and I am back. If this is your first time to my channel, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button and dropping me a comment. As you know, I'm always active in the comment section. Now, this video is going to be about some of the misconceptions about living in the UK that my American friends have. So without further ado, let's get into it now. The first one is this. This is always what happens because I've just come back from a trip from California and to the United States. So this happened to me literally just a couple days ago. Is that for some reason, tell me why this is, I have no idea. But they always say, oh, you live in London, don't you? Or when they refer to the UK or England, they think of London. Oh, it's only London. Like England is London, London is England. They all just say, oh, you live in London. No, I live in the East Midlands. I live in the Midlands. And England is a country inside of the United Kingdom, which is made up of 4 countries. Come on now, say it with me. 4 countries, America. It has England, it has Wales, it has Scotland, and it has Northern Ireland. That is 4 countries that make up, guess what? Can I see the island here? Ooh, where's we at? There, that make up the United Kingdom. Right there. So there are 4 countries that make up the United Kingdom, England being one, London being a city inside one of those countries, which is called England. Okay. The second misconception that Americans have about living in the UK or what the UK is all about. They don't realize that it's an island nation. They don't realize that it's just floating, disconnected away from mainland Europe. You know, they just think of it as just like part of the landmass of mainland Europe. Now, I'm going to say this part because a lot of people in my comments, they act like England or the UK is not part of Europe just because of Brexit. Thanks, Nigel Farage. Because it is. It's just an island off of the mainland Europe. So you're still in Europe, British people. I don't know why you guys act like you're not European. You're European. You just live off in an island. Now, without further ado, let's keep it going. Number 3 is that it rains all the time. It's just raining down. Grab an umbrella, I make it rain, I make it rain. No, not like that. No, not like that. It's raining like it's Seattle weather. It really doesn't. Now, you know, like it's sunny, it gets cold. Don't get me wrong, it gets cold. Sometimes it snows. We recently had snow here. Luckily, I was in California when that happened, but it snows from time to time and it rains. But when it's sunny, it's sunny. Nah, that's another lie. But so I guess it does rain all the time, right, guys? No, but what I'm saying is it doesn't rain nearly as much as you would think. I imagine Seattle to be a more wet place than England, but you know, it doesn't rain all the time. It can, like, I guess we call that kind of piss it down just a little bit. But for me, I find the weather to be fine. Number 4. Now this one, for some reason, I don't even think you Brits understand this one. So let me lay it out to you again. I've mentioned it in one of my previous videos. Click here to watch it, where I talk about the mandatory blank that I can't say. Is that choice or is it taking people's freedoms away? But either way, let's get back to this. That the Queen has no power. Wrong. Couldn't be further from the truth. The Queen has ultimate power. And I'll tell you why. The reason she has ultimate power is because, 1, she's above the law. Literally above the law. She cannot break a single law. All laws are written in her name. So she cannot break a law. They're all made for her and the people that live within the United Kingdom. But why is she all powerful? Because she has the power to fire the prime minister and all ministers. So yeah, she effectively could kick everybody out. So no more, bye-bye, Boris Johnson, you're gone. So could happen. Could bye-bye Ken Stammer. You're gone. It could happen, but she chooses not to. So she's not a figurehead. She has ultimate power. She just chooses not to flex and exercise it.
Sorry, everybody. I got to stop the video real quick. I got to remind you, subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Unlike the president, she signs all the laws. They go to royal assent. So whatever the parliament signs off, she just signs off. She just literally signs it off. But there's no telling what a future heir will do 4 or 5 generations down the line. They don't have to sign off on everything. They don't have to be a rubber stamp. And I'm not saying she just necessarily always just rubber stamps, but in general, she just rubber stamps, where the president in America can has veto power, and can stop a bill within limits from becoming law. Number 5. The 5th one is kind of going back to, I think, number 2, where I talk about the island nation. Stop me if I'm wrong. But Americans think that Ireland is part of the UK. It is not. There's 2 countries on the island of Ireland. Northern Ireland, which is predominantly Protestant, and Ireland, which is predominantly Catholic. And if you've ever followed in the news, you will see that they've had the Good Friday Agreement. They've had all of what they call the Troubles back in the day. All this conflict that goes on, it is still pretty much a powder keg up there if you're not too careful, because you're not allowed to have a land border between Northern Ireland and Ireland. Ireland is still part of the EU till this day. But Northern Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom, and due to Brexit, is no longer part of the EU. So they have a cluster to work out on how they're going to pass goods from mainland England to Northern Ireland, and then getting goods to Ireland, which is in the EU, without any border checks. Luckily, I'm not in the government, so I don't have to deal with that headache. That ain't mine. But those are 5 quick ones that are misconceptions that Americans always have about living here in England, living here in the United Kingdom. For some reason, these are them that come up more than once in every conversation. So I'm going to sign this video off, and I'm going to say, as always, right there, watch another one of my videos and click right here on that little circular thing to subscribe to the channel. And with that, I'm out. Peace.